Hi, and welcome to the program. I'm here with Monique Maksym. My name is Rachelle Boudry, and today Monique is going to walk us through how to make these delicious marshmallow-filled cupcakes.
Thanks for having me.
So Monique, tell us how you work this magic.
This is so simple. You know, in the summer, first thing that starts happening is you get invited to barbecues and places, and you got to bring something delicious.
Obviously.
And something that no one else brought, right? So this one's simple. You start out with any cake mix. I'm going with chocolate.
Boom, done.
If you want vanilla, use that. The second thing I did was you can go to the fancy baking stores and get a little tool that'll do this, but I just took a medicine bottle and my sharpest knife and cut that edge off, and then what I'm going to do is just punch this in about halfway.
Okay.
Now I should have thought about this a little bit earlier because we're going to need a place to put that
Need some help?
other cake, and then we just this is
Get it out of there.
yeah, you just get it out of there. So what you want to do is just get, you know, about halfway. You don't want to fill the whole thing because all you're going to do is fit a marshmallow in there. And this, you just shake it out there. It's a little bit messy, but it's fun for anybody and fun for kids.
So just so the audience knows, you've already baked these. All we're doing is digging about halfway through.
Yep, I'm just digging a little of this chocolate cake out there, and go ahead, pop one of those marshmallows in there for me.
Oh, fits perfectly.
Yeah. And that's why you just do a little bit, not the whole tube, but just a little bit. That way it doesn't go down too far, and then your frosting will sink in.
Ah, yeah, just like that.
So I've done this a couple times to master the art of it. The first time that I did it, like I was telling you earlier, you might just think, oh, why can't I just put some cake batter and then the marshmallow and some more cake batter? And I was explaining earlier that your cake will start to form up just about the time, because of the sugar, this marshmallow will just disappear.
And you were telling me earlier, how did you stumble upon this recipe?
I just wanted a marshmallow-filled cupcake. I've just been doing a lot of filled cupcakes
So
lately.
this is your own Monique creation.
This is it. This is it. I love baking with my daughter. I started out baking with my daughter, and I made a rose bundt cake. You know, a bundt pan?
Yep.
And it just has kind of a little bit of a shape of a rose on it. And so I started out doing that with my daughter, because who can't just take any little simple cake mix? If you look at all of our local stores that are here, a lot of times you can get the cake mixes for 99 cents or 10 for 10.
Yeah.
And you just have them there on hand. And anytime you're just hanging around, you can always make something nice and then have it after dinner, take it.
And how big of a hit are these at parties that you bring?
They are a huge hit. I took these out to a home music festival. They're concerts at Karen's, and they were just a huge hit. Everybody just loved them.
Well, they look delicious. Have you tried them in other flavors?
No, I haven't. That is the one thing. I just finally got these ones done. But what I do is a strawberry. So maybe sometime I could come back and show you the strawberry ones. And those are just a load of sugar.
And we're always looking for people to come and cook. This is actually the first time in this brand new kitchen in ONTV.
That's right.
So you are first.
That's right. What a pleasure to be here in the ONTV's studio kitchen. And if you have a special recipe, come on up, and you could be next on showing your special recipe.
So we're almost done, just a few more.
We're almost done. So why don't you give it a try?
Oh, sure.
You can't be any messier than I was. And then
this is a lot challenging.
You can frost them any way that you like.
I'm using the cheating.
There you go. That's okay. And then you just start topping them.
Oh, that is easy.
And if you want to get fancy, you can put it into a Ziploc bag and then pipe it onto the cupcake, and it'll look really nice. That's how you get those really beautiful tops on those cupcakes, as you pipe them on with a piping bag or a Ziploc baggie.
So how long have you been baking?
Oh my gosh. Well, the first thing I can ever really remember cooking was spaghetti dinner, just out of necessity. Mom and Dad not quite home yet, and I'd have to get it going. So I remember the first thing I ever did was cook spaghetti. And the thing that I like to do is anything that's simple. I don't want to have to look for 100 different specialty items and sift it by hand and, you know.
Run to 100 grocery stores.
Exactly. Exactly. I just want it to be easy and simple. So once you frost it, any way that if you like vanilla, have vanilla. If you like chocolate, have chocolate. go ahead and top it for me. Take this vegetable peeler and run it along that Hershey's and just make me some chocolate grades on top of there.
All right.
And you know, you see these cupcakes are so popular these days, aren't they? See, beautiful.
So
you got
pretty.
a little curl going and everything.
Just call me Martha Stewart.
Yeah, I'm gonna, honey, right when I help you. Let me check. Go ahead and do it long ways along the three like that. Yep. Because once you touch the chocolate to your hand, it starts to melt, right?
Exactly.
Pardon my reach there.
I'm struggling with these.
Oh, you know what? It's beautiful. It's a work of art. They all
made with love.
That's right. Loving from the oven.
Oh yeah.
So there's just no limit to the ways that you
can. This is a perfect idea for topping. I would have never thought.
Yep. And see, now you're just 1 graham cracker away. You've got s'mores. This is everything you need to pack for up north. That's if you've got a cabin with a nice kitchen for cooking, right?
Yeah. Or make it beforehand.
That's right. Take it up there. Those look gorgeous. Now look, in no time at all, we're going to be able to fill this little stand up.
Oh, it's
with
beautiful.
Our different topped marshmallow filled cupcakes.
So any other steps or are we done?
That's it. We are done. I think we need a few more shavings. Look, here's the ones that we already did.
So you don't need to put anything back in the oven, nothing?
You know, sometimes what you do is when the oven is still warm, you can put these right back in there. Just leave the door open, the oven will still be warm, and then they'll get soft and mushy in there. And then when you bite into them, it's kind of gelled into the cake a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, that's the one step that you really don't see here because I kind of pre-made them.
Sure.
So you just want to bake them and pop it out, stick the marshmallow in there, and then set them back in the tray for a few minutes, and you'll feel them. They'll start to get soft. And when they do,
so easy.
That's when you just start frosting them any way that you like. You can top them any way that you like.
Well, Monique, it was a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
This concludes our first baking series in the new ONTV kitchen. Next up, we're going to take a short break, and then we have a musical guest, a nice band playing bluegrass. Thank you.
3 students were in the hospital this past weekend.
2 honor roll students were hospitalized last night.
5 local students lost their college scholarships last night.
Another local high school student has passed away.
Another 3 dead.
Claimed the life of another local teenager.
The cause?
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
Alcohol. I don't want to be another number.
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 I don't want to be just another number.
Hello folks, this is your Country Gospel Hour. This is my wife Brenda, Charlie Overfield. This is Ernie Wall and John Summers. And we'd like to be your guest tonight. And we're going to sing 2 songs. And one's going to be Sheltered, and the other one's we're going to go right into it. Just as soon as we get through Shelter, we're going to go right into On the Wings of a Dove.
thank you for joining us. My name is Rachelle Boudry with ONTV. That was a great performance. Thank you for coming in.
Well, thank you.
I'm here with the band, and I'd like to have them introduce themselves.
John Summers. Ernie Walsh.
I'm Clay Jackson.
Brenda Jackson.
Charlie Overfield.
Well, thank you, everyone. It was a brilliant performance. So I would like to ask you a couple questions. First off, how did this band form?
Well, we've known each other for years. You know, we generally play at where I met Ernie here was at the bluegrass school. There's a school for bluegrass, and each room has bluegrass pickers, and that's where I met Ernie. John, I met him at our church. He was our song leader, and Brenda, I met her years ago. We've been married 41 years.
Oh, congratulations!
And I met her where?
In 1970.
1970, yeah. And we've been together for 41 years, and we just love singing for the Lord and love playing for the Lord.
What got you interested in bluegrass genre?
The bluegrass up north here in Flint.
Oh, great. So how long since have you been playing just bluegrass, or has it been a variety of music?
Bluegrass probably for, how long would you say, John?
For you guys?
Yeah, for us.
Probably about maybe 5-6 years, I would say.
5 or 6 years bluegrass. Yeah.
So you've got quite a bit of experience under your belt.
Just a little bit.
So who are your influences? Who do you look up to, or particularly maybe any bluegrass artists?
I like Ricky Skaggs.
How about you guys? Anyone that influences you?
Well, all the old ones, but bluegrass falls back to the old mountain music. All our ancestors came over with a musical instrument, and they started playing, and Bill Monroe called his voice a bluegrass voice, so his band, so they just picked up on that, and it just improved, and it's just a great music, and we love it, and we hope more young people would come into the bluegrass, because it's a great way to praise God with. This bluegrass it's fine music, so I appreciate the opportunity to say that.
Well, we appreciate having you. And it looks like a fun time. Do you guys do this for fun, or do you perform any events?
We do it mostly for the Lord, but we really enjoy picking for the Lord, and singing.
Do you have any upcoming events?
We have, we're from the Holly House of Prayer, and that's right there in Holly, on East Holly Road. Oh. And we're having we have a singing once a month on Holly Road there. And
is that public?
That's for anybody. Everybody's welcome that wants to come. We have it once a month, and it's on the second Saturday of the month. So everybody's welcome, and they can come and just pickers, singers, they're all welcome. But we generally have a group generally picked out to come, and then we back them up. We give them a little break in the middle of their performance, and that's the way we do it.
Well, I think the audience would like to hear one last song. How about On the Wings of a Dove?
That's just fine. We love that song.
All right. Well, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you for introducing. When trouble surrounds us, when evil comes, the body grows weak and the spirit grows numb. When these things beset us, God doesn't forget us. He sends down His love. On the thank you folks for inviting us in your homes, and we thank the good Lord for being here. Brenda and I have been singing for quite a few years, haven't we, Brenda?
Since '88.
Since '88. And Brenda's written a few songs too. So if we continue on with ONTV, we'll be singing those for you. And we've really enjoyed being here. We enjoy you folks out in TV land, and we just enjoy just singing and playing for the Lord Jesus Christ. So we'll take you out with this song here. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This